Peaches, 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 peaches.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brandon here from Video Game Mansion. I'm about to head out to go pick up some DS games, or a DS with some games, a bunch of N64 games and such. So yeah, I'll take you guys along with me. Probably just show you guys when I get home what I got. Tomorrow we'll be going to the flea market, so that's gonna happen. And I know we got a crazy amount of plush this week, so I'm sure Matt will show you guys out this weekend since he's in the store. Yeah, we'll check back in with you in a second. So here's that lot I was talking about. We've got Pokemon Stadium, GoldenEye, Mario 64, pretty yellowed. We've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Diddy Kong, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario Party 3, NFL Blitz. I wish that was Special Edition because that's one game I'm still missing from my personal collection. I need that one and Super Bowling, Tony Hawk, which is always great. Wayne Gretzky, Monopoly, Pokemon Snap, Turok, Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is probably going to sell instantly. It always does. Mario 64, Mario Party, I think I already said that. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Mario and Luigi, and that DS. So there was supposed to be two DS systems, but one of them, the hinge was broken. So I passed on it. I don't need any broken hinges. And if you guys have any handheld systems, any DSs, Game Boys, Game Boy Pockets, anything like that, SPs, Advances, we're always buying. So feel free to reach out. We will buy them. And yeah, this is that lot, guys. So tomorrow I will be going to the flea market. Some of this might go there. Some of this probably will go to the store. And I'll show you guys what I put in the flea market. Murray's Flea Market now for Restock Day. Few games sold from the glass case. Mario, Zelda, we got some more of those. Some more Zelda. All the Final Fantasy packs went, of course. They've been selling crazy good. And here's a view of the rest of it. We're gonna restock it today, put some more stuff. Some more systems, some more games. Xbox is still looking pretty good. We got some original Xboxes to go in there. Another GameCube. And our new items still look pretty good. So I'll check back in with you guys in a couple minutes with the restock. So here is the flea market restock. We got a couple Xboxes, a couple GameCube games, Mario Party, etc. A Switch system, Lord of the Rings packs, they always sell well, and a bunch of N64 games. Definitely need to add more of those. Ape Escape. Few Pokemon games. They also have new save batteries. The Heart Gold from the last video. And yeah, a couple other DS games. We got it all nice and restocked. I know Matt's on his way, so he'll probably add some more stuff too. Got those Lord of the Rings packs in there. It's looking okay. We definitely need to get a lot more stuff. Fill this up like crazy. Probably next goal would be put more controllers. Tidy that up. Still got those PSP games there. Pokemon games in here. And yeah, it's looking good, guys.
Good morning, guys. Saturday morning, Matt checking in. Just leaving our repair guy's house. Dropped off some more GameCube controllers to get fixed. And that GBA that I was speaking about 2 weeks ago, just to get repaired. Didn't pick anything up from him, but that's all right. We got a lot of stuff in the car today. So lots of plush. Some consoles, tons of random games. It's going to be a very, very busy weekend. Also, bring in that entertainment system so I can set up a CRT. You might see something special behind me right there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But it's going to be a very, very busy day. So I'm stopping off at a yard sale really quickly because it's on the way to the store where they said they have lots of VHSs for $2. So see if I can find anything for us or even to put in the store on that shelf whenever we kind of have enough. But that's our plan for today. So going to be driving out to the store now, and then it's going to be a busy, busy day. That's just delicious. Just delicious. Okay, guys, so leaving the yard sale, I'll see if I stop in any more on my way in. If not, you'll see me at the store next. But picked up a VCR DVD combo. It was $2. Everything there was $2, so definitely not saying no to that. Untested, obviously, so I'll test it when I get to the shop, but $2, can't pass that up. Picked up a copy of Titan AE, obviously a VHS. ET, not one we already have yet. Transformers War of the Dinobots. That's a cool pickup. And then, not necessarily something we always put in store, but I don't know, Chicken Run. Great movie, couldn't say no to it. Picked it up, why not? We already have Titan AE, so that one will go in the back room, ready to go on the shelves whenever we start loading those in. Alright guys, here's the stuff that we're putting into the store this morning. You guys killed Magic last week, so we had to restock on a lot of sets. We did bring in a Switch 2 that we're going to be using as trade bait. A couple Switch games, a couple Switch 2 games, 360 games, PS2, PSP, some nice NES games, Super Nintendo, PS3, and PS4. Alright guys, we've got Marco here again today, picking up some more stuff. Marco, what are you grabbing today, buddy?
We got first off, we got a t-shirt that Matt had actually bought for himself originally.
Yes.
From the Nintendo store in New York, as you see in the back. However, doesn't fit him, so his loss is my gain. We'd love to see it.
You got it.
Got some Switch games. So in case anybody doesn't know who's watching, they actually can order brand new games, so Switch and Switch 2 games. So we got 3 Switch games. Then we've got a used Smash Bros. And then last but not least, some more cardboard. If you guys watched the last video that I was in, I really like cardboard. So here's another one. We've got our Beetle Adventure Racing. I'll be honest with you, I've never even played this one, so I look forward
I hear good things. I haven't played it either.
I know,
It usually sells pretty quickly when we have it on the shelf.
People on Reddit on the N64 subreddit have talked about how it's like one of the funnest racing games, so I'm very curious.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now. What's your favorite Nintendo game? Because I know you're a big Nintendo fanboy.
Okay, hold on. All of Nintendo?
All of it. Yeah. Not like NES. I mean all of Nintendo.
I don't even have to think. Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Yeah?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Why's that?
Just the impact it had on my life.
Yeah, just the nostalgia, pure joy from childhood?
I think it was more like Super Mario 64. I would say is up there. Some Super Nintendo games, Super Mario World, are up there. But I think that Ocarina of Time was like the first time where, like, all the problem solving, everything all came together. It was like the time, like the age I was finally starting to get good at video games because I was still a young lad.
That's when you turn into a man, eh?
Yeah, maybe we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Then that's when all the hair on my chest started growing. But no, Ocarina of Time, I feel like just thinking back, I remember the feeling of like struggling with the water temple.
Yeah.
And then beating it, and how sad, like that satisfaction is still in my brain. Yeah. So for sure, Ocarina of Time.
Guys, Matt checking around 12:30. It's been fairly busy. I did get this set up. It looks great. I just put an N64 to it for now. This is that DVD VCR that I picked up this morning at the yard sale. But brought in this really, really cool Disney Mickey Mouse CRT TV. Both the Mickey ears are actually the speakers, so they actually just plug right into the top of the TV to be able to produce a sound. But figured put this in store. Really, really cool. We're probably going to put a couple extra consoles at the bottom. I just got to get an AV splitter or AV remote to be able to, I guess an AV switch is what it's called. So what I've noticed with this TV though, with the 2 AV ports, is it seems to be outputting only one image at a time. So it's only got one video input on it when you go into the settings of the TV. And if you plug something into the front and to the back, it literally just gives you a black screen. So once I unplugged the VCR from the front, it actually showed the N64 video. So I think that's why we're going to have to get an AV switch because we won't be able to have more than one thing plugged in at a time. But at least that's a good thing too because it makes it look a lot more clean with only having the cords at the back of the TV. We got in tons and tons of plush. So shout out to Marco, first of all. When he was in earlier, he actually took these all out of the bags for us. So huge help, thank you Marco. But we've got a mix of Sonic plush, Pokemon plush, Nintendo plush like Mario, Digimon. We got a lot of stuff in, guys. So if you've been looking for plush, we have restocked at a big scale. Look at this, Mario, Kirby, some random stuff, Pikachu poncho. Love to see it. So these are going to get priced and put on our grid wall at the front. 1 o'clock. It's been fairly busy, so I haven't gotten done pretty much most of the stuff I wanted to get done. I really haven't priced any games or anything yet. It's just been constantly helping customers. I really need to get that Magic the Gathering card dispenser filled, so I have 5 more sets I need to price and put out to fill that back up. All this plush that I just showed you has to get tagged, priced depending on the plush, and then I need to figure out where I'm putting it on the wall, because a lot of the plush also has Pokemon cards on that wall as well, so I have to rearrange that. A couple of consoles that we put on there too, like the CIB Xbox Series X's, will have to get moved as well, so it's going to be a little bit of rearranging. This is going to probably take me until tomorrow because there's just so much plush. I haven't even taken it all out of the bags yet. So we got a message saying that they're looking for some Pokemon stuff for a birthday present, $60. Didn't know what to buy, but the person's favorite Pokemon was Mudkip, so we threw in this Mudkip card, and then a mini tin, a Dust and Rivals pack, and then 2 Surging Sparks blisters. So adds up to $62, but that's fine. We're just going to call it $60 for them. Happy to help out. Did get through all the Magic the Gathering packs, so this dispenser is completely restocked. We are good to go for a while now, hopefully. Slowly chipping away at the plush. We're getting there. It's taking a little while. Had a lot of customers come through and actually just start digging and picking out stuff, so it makes it a lot easier. I don't have to put it on the shelf and find a spot for it, but still got a lot to go through. We got a customer inquiry from our friend Kevin out in Prescott. 50-cent bulletproof on the original Xbox. Wanted to make sure that it was complete in box. It is, so we were putting it aside for him. I was able to put out those N64 games that we got traded in this week that you guys saw earlier in the video. Our N64 section right now is stacked. It really is. I probably have, I think, 1 or 2 more Super Mario 64s put out, but I don't want to put the stacks too high, because then if they topple over, it's going to be a little bit of a mess. But we have a lot of good N64 games right now. I'm waiting to see how long it takes for that Conker's Bad Fur Day to sell. We do also have a lot of CIB or just boxed NES games right now. So because we've got 4 rows of it, I had to pile some NES games on top of each other. We like to usually display them this way so that customers can see the artwork and everything, but unfortunately we just don't have enough room in this glass case anymore. So I had to put them this way so people could at least read the spines of them. Maybe we're gonna have to rearrange the bottom here, but we just don't like going too deep on that bottom section with the Super Nintendo, because you really have to get down to be able to see the back section, and it's also just dark. Like right now you can't even really see that Turtles in Time at the back. So need to figure out a way to make this a lot more accessible for customers to see everything they're looking for, but happy to have a showcase that's really filled with some great Nintendo games right now. I don't want to forget to mention too that we've gotten a lot of compliments on this Mickey TV. When I got it yesterday, it was pretty dirty. I don't know where it's been sitting at for a while. I believe it was like a flea market, but I cleaned it up and it actually really looks good. The only little thing that has is that one of these screws back here is broken in with the plastic, but you don't really see that. So yeah, gotten a lot of compliments on this. A couple people have already asked me how much to try and buy it, but it's not for sale, so definitely gonna keep this one. Also, if putting that TV in, I did have to take this Sony 3D TV out. I'm not sure where we're gonna put it now. We'll have to find a spot for it. And our good friend Anthony also brought us in 2 more CRTs he's been holding for us. So I think we might put these in between the 2 that we have on our back wall currently that are showing the VHSs, and link them all together just so there's 4 TVs in a line showing the same image. Let me know what you guys think. That might be a little silly, but figured why not since we have them. And maybe even put them for sale, since a lot of people do ask for CRTs when they come in. A lot of people are surprised to find out when they buy like an NES with a zapper from us, and we always make sure to tell them ahead of time that zappers unfortunately do not work on newer TVs. It has to be a CRT. So that's why maybe it's a good idea to have them in store, because a lot of people wouldn't necessarily know that, and they'd be willing to maybe buy a TV with, you know, an older console, especially because they just don't look the same on newer TVs. You can use the HDMI adapters, but they just don't come out the same way, right? So maybe having some CRTs in store for sale, especially the smaller ones, not a bad idea. It's just figuring out where to put them without it kind of taking up a massive area or being a tripping hazard. Side note, I just noticed I had these all open this morning. So I always show that they come with a copy of Super Mario Bros. /Duck Hunt. But for some reason they're closed. I don't know who closed those, because there hasn't really been too many people around here. I didn't see anybody messing around with this, so maybe we got a ghost in the mansion. That makes sense. Checking in 10 minutes to close. This wall is completely filled with plush. That was fun. But this one was even funner, if that's a word. The Pokemon wall. Yeah, she's full as well. And we actually have a couple plush left on the table there, but everything's priced, everything's put out, which is great. But I have yet to put out any of the new games we brought in because I was focused on trying to get that out of the way, since it is usually a pretty big mess having all of those plush all over the place. So that's been done. Tomorrow we will get to the games. So I shall check in with you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, guys. Checking back in Sunday morning. I'm pretty much showing up right at open today, so it's more or less just going to be getting in the store kind of ready to go. I'm going to get those games priced out today. That's the big thing to accomplish. I didn't have to bring much more in this morning. I brought in a couple things to put in the back room, stuff that's just been sitting in my garage, but nothing major. So it's going to be all about getting out those games we've been getting in the last couple of weeks. I did end up taking home all the cardboard and the garbage yesterday, so today I have to take home this mini fridge since we don't need it anymore here, since we have our fridge back here. But all I brought in this morning was some stuff that was laying in my garage. So these kind of consoles and this bag of consoles that's got like a Wii U in it, I think a Genesis, that's got a PS2, Super Nintendo, and N64. So it's a lot of stuff that we get traded in, and sometimes it's not in the best condition. So I don't know about you guys, but whenever you guys get like a task that you really don't want to do, you try and put it somewhere so you don't have to think about it, and then you hope that someone else deals with it. And that's kind of what happens with my garage. I bring stuff home that I'm like, okay, like this has to be like deep cleaned, or this has to be repaired, and then I throw it in the garage, and then just life gets in the way, so you don't really get to stuff like that. So it's nice to kind of have the back room now, because then it's kind of in our face and we have to deal with it, right? So it'll either be stuff that we put in the auction, or it'll be something that we clean and use along the way. It all kind of depends on what our stock is at the time. But we try and work through things as fast as possible, but sometimes, especially when you're bringing stuff home, you kind of just put it aside and then it just gets forgotten. I think the only thing I forgot to show yesterday was, I think this was like the only, I think we got like one more small trade, like a small Switch trade in. But this was the only like stock of games I took in yesterday. There really wasn't that many trades. It was more or less a sales day. But we did get a message overnight asking if we did get a new Dragonair plush, because someone was looking for it last time. And we did get just the regular one and the shiny one, so they chose the shiny one, so we're putting that aside. And they're also asked about the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Switch that we just got in, so putting that aside for them too. They should be picking it up this afternoon. I don't think I really properly showed off this wall yesterday, but yeah, this is filled right now with plush, guys. You've got your Ray up top, Big Haunter, Mimikyu, couple Ditto plush, Gyarados, Dragonair, tons of, even these kind of like fluffier style ones we just got in are kind of cool. But yeah, lots and lots of plush. Charizard Umbreon mix. That's a Mewtwo Charizard clone from the original movie. Yeah, lots of stuff. Don't ask about what this abomination is. This is special right here. But yeah, and even some of like the Sleeping Cuties, small little ones. So a ton and tons of Pokemon plush in right. On this wall, you've got Metal Sonic, Super Shadow, Diddy and Donkey. You've got King K. Rool. Tons of Nintendo plush. You got the little babies there, some of the smaller ones. Got some Pikmin hiding back there. Just some Ratchet, God of War. You got Kirby galore. Got some Link, some more Nintendo stuff here. Dr. Eggman, Tails, Knuckles, Silver, Mario, Dr. Mario, all the Koopa kids. Like I said, tons of Kirby. And then we brought in some Digimon just to see how it goes. So the only one I think we're missing right now is Tentamon. I believe we did order him though, so he might be on the way, but definitely lots of plush, guys. If you're looking for plush, come on in. Nice first walk-in trade of the day. A couple of nice CIB GBA games. WarioWare Twisted being the highlight there. Also came with a nice SP, already tested and working. PS4 controller, copy of Marvel Avengers on the PS5, and as well as a nice CIB Switch Lite. We don't get Switch Lites in too often. We begin switches left and right, but it's nice to get a Switch Lite in stock. Figured it's been a while since we've mentioned it, so I was just gonna tell you guys again, don't forget, SDG GeekCon 2025 2.0 coming up August 16th at the Chesterville Arena. That is a Saturday. We are running the event from 10 to 4. Admission at the door is $5 and kids under 12 get in for free. We have a lot of great vendors lined up for this one, guys, so come on out. It's going to be an amazing day. Hope to see you guys there. And I was working away at those PS4 games, so luckily our PS4 section is filled up again for now. Checking in, guys, it's almost 3 o'clock. It's been an extremely busy day, but we just got this trade in, so it's funny how we went from no switch lights today to 3, but you got a charcoal, a teal switch light, both tested and reset, ready to go, and a couple of switch games. We did have a big heavy PS1 sale today though, so this section right here is looking a little empty. Gonna have to move some stuff around to fill it. Slowly but surely chipping away at these trade-ins. I just put a PSA out there too. If you guys are thinking about selling loose amiibos, definitely let us know. We buy loose amiibos quite often. We try and have this section stocked because they usually sell fairly quickly. So these are all of our loose amiibos currently. We do have a couple more and we hide them in the back there just because they are doubles or if not triples. But yeah, if you're thinking about selling loose amiibos, definitely let us know. Sealed ones we buy as well, obviously, but they do sell a little bit slower, so we try and prefer to get the loose ones in, especially since they display so nicely. About half an hour left till close. We just took in another trade. A pink DSi with a couple of games, nothing really notable there. A Switch console, which unfortunately is dead. It was dropped pretty hard, so when you turn it on, the screen just turns blue. But it does at least have a couple controllers and a couple extra Joy-Cons. We're just going to use it for parts, probably put it in the auction, but at least we can keep the dock and the power cord and at least have that for spares for another Switch if it comes in. Did have Super Mario Maker 2 and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu with it. A PS4 console with some games, one PS5 game in there. Couple of controllers for the console. An Xbox 360, it's looking a little yellowed. And then to finish it off, a Wii with a couple of Lego games and Wii Sports. It's pretty interesting to see how every day is different here. Yesterday was a great sales day, and don't get me wrong, today is even better sales day. But the funny thing is that yesterday I got like maybe one walk-in, and today I've been getting stuff in left and right. So another question that I've gotten actually quite a few times this weekend, which is surprising because you get it maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, but it's people that walk in for the first time and they say, wow, you guys must do a lot of sales online. And I think Brandon and I both really pride ourselves on keeping a lot of our business local and keeping games local. So we strictly do in-store only, no online, no eBay, no Amazon. The only thing that we do on Marketplace is literally to advertise for the store. So we try and keep all the games kind of in the surrounding areas, and we do have a lot of people that come every weekend from 45 minutes, an hour, even 2 hours away, just to come and relive their childhood, collect games, talk about games. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's good that a game store keeps their business local, or do you think that a business like this should be online to be able to really cater to all the gamers out there? So what is your take on that? All right, guys, almost closing time, so I'm just gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and a huge thank you to everyone who came out this weekend. Amazing turnout, a lot of new faces, which is always great. We're gonna see you guys next weekend, as well as our Friday night auction, so check us out on Facebook if you haven't already, at Video Game Mansion. We shall talk to you guys soon. Have a good weekend, take care, and keep gaming.
Peaches, 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 I love you. Oh, peaches. Oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? Let's call it a day.